Thank you, moderator. I'll be delighted to explain these terms to our viewers so that they may have a better understanding of how they connect with the climate. Greenhouse gases are gases in the atmosphere that trap heat. When rays from the sun hit the surface of the earth, some of these rays are absorbed by the earth, heating up the surface of the planet, whereas others are bounced back into space. But when the atmosphere has a huge amount of greenhouse gases, the greenhouse gas effect can be catastrophic. This causes that heat energy to stay in the atmosphere, heating the earth up first. Warmer conditions put biodiversity and ecosystems at risk. An ecosystem is a group of living animals that live and interact with each other in a specific environment. Forests, oceans, deserts, all these are examples of ecosystems made up of plants, animals, insects, and other living organisms. As one of my colleagues said earlier, the release of carbon puts ocean ecosystems at risk. Well, this is because oceans act as vital carbon sinks. That simply means that they absorb carbon, preventing it from reaching the upper atmosphere. But with higher carbon concentrations and warmer water conditions, ocean waters are becoming very acidic, and this is having a huge impact on the ecosystems and biodiversity. Biodiversity, on the other hand, is simply a term to refer to the variety of life on Earth. The more the biodiversity, the more secure life is. The more plants there are, the more secure animal life is. The continued loss of biodiversity affects the food we eat and even the water we drink. Moderator, having explained those few terms, allow me now to relate them with climate change. As earlier said, the atmosphere consists of gases like nitrogen and oxygen, but it also consists of greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide, nitrous oxide, and methane. Unlike oxygen and nitrogen, the greenhouse gases are dangerous to the planet because they trap heat. And there are several things that cause the accumulation of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. One of these being agriculture. Over 56 billion animals are globally raised for food purposes every year. That's 8 times more than the human population. And the huge amounts of excrete produced by livestock emit toxic gases like hydrogen sulfide, ammonia, and methane, which is actually 23 times more effective than carbon at trapping heat. Deforestation not only emits greenhouse gases, but also gets rid of the trees. This will leave plant and animal life struggling to adapt to the conditions. And if any of them goes extinct, it will create a domino effect with the food chain, because no living plants or no living animals means no living humans. I know warmer weather may not seem that bad, especially here in our country where it's sunny most of the day, almost all of the days. But to the planet, even the slightest increase in temperature can be disastrous. With warmer conditions, the ice in the polar region is going to melt, filling the oceans with more water than they can hold, and this will cause coastal regions to flood. Other regions, on the other hand, will face intense heat waves and even droughts. However, we are not too late. There are still things we can do to reduce and stop the accumulation of greenhouse gases. Several countries like China, the European Union, and even our own Uganda have pledged to reduce greenhouse gas emissions by 22% by the year 2030. If these pledges are kept, global warming could be limited to 1.5 degrees. Moderator, allow me to leave the rest to the fellow panelists. Namuganya Victoria, climate specialist.